Hello, everyone. I'm Catwoman,
And I'm Gadget Goddess, and we are
your homegirls of tech.
here on the Gadget Chats podcast. Happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday, everybody. So, those who are here in the live chat on YouTube, I did just put a disclaimer. I'm going to read it out loud. In honor of Emily, cursing is allowed for tonight. With that being said, no cursing at people, no sexual conversations. We're still going to have a clean podcast, and everybody have fun. So, yes, I did. So today we have a badass lawyer for online business whose TEDx talk will teach you the 3 words that will change your life. Her podcast called Get Legit Law and Shit debuted last week and already has 4 episodes. Tomorrow, you can listen to part 2 on how California's AB 5 screws content creators. You'll catch her accessorized to the nines in Apple Tech. Introducing Emily D. Baker. Yay!
Welcome.
Emily, you're muted.
We can't hear you.
I'm so excited to be here that I can't remember how to unmute my damn self. Professionals. We're professionals, people.
Yes.
I just got geeked and started chatting. I'm so happy to be here with you, ladies. I miss you. It is exciting to see your faces live and not just hear your voices. And I'm so happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Do you feel the love in the chat, though? Look at all the people in the chat. It's like, oh, it's Emily.
What's up, YouTube family? I miss you guys too. It's been work has been really, really busy, and that's part of what had to happen when I was reevaluating how to do my business, all the things that go along with my business and my family. There were things that just had to slow down. So I'm always happy to pop in and see you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for asking to come on. We're like, yeah, Emily wants to come on. We need to make space for her.
I totally wanted to come on. I was like, if you guys ever do guests, I want to come on.
Yeah. So you just recently came from London, right?
I did. I was at the Upreneur Summit with Chris Ducker. And he is one of my business mentors. Got to be on stage a little bit. Will hopefully be on stage more next year, and had a great time. It was my first time in London. It was
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you there because I was gonna go into the trip myself. People think I'm crazy because I have gone out of the country by myself. I noticed this was a trip for you by yourself. How did that go for you?
Fine. I mean, it's fine. I don't. Yeah, it's fine.
People think I'm crazy.
I've traveled out of the country by myself this year 4 times. So I've been to 2 conferences in Cancun, so 3 times. So 2 things in Cancun and then this one in London. I have not had an issue traveling out of the country by myself. I tend to figure out my transportation ahead of time. That's the one thing I always really look into is what's my transportation going to be, because that is the only thing I feel nervous about, is making sure I'm not just like jumping into cars and not knowing where I'm going. So once I've got my transportation figured out, in Mexico, I tend to just hire a car to take me to wherever I'm going. In London, I did a combination of cabs and public transportation. But once I figured out how I'm getting around, I'm not bothered. I mean, I eat by myself. It doesn't, I don't know. It's
like, I have so much fun by
feels
myself.
A little strange. I had 1 panic attack traveling by myself when I was like, does my husband even know what hotel I'm at? Like, what if I had a heart attack at this hotel right now? Like, what if I got really drunk and slipped and fell? Like, these are my concerns, is that I'm going to hurt myself. It's not a concern that I'm unsafe where I'm going.
Yeah. You're not worried about somebody tracking you.
Exactly. And if I felt unsafe somewhere I was going, I'd probably feel more concerned having my kids there than me being by myself. You know, I would rather be by myself and handle something than have fear with my family around. So I don't.
So in essence, we're just as crazy as one another. I get it.
Do you? I mean, do you? You don't?
I don't think it's crazy. No.
Well, I mean, there are probably places I wouldn't choose to travel as a woman by myself, but I probably wouldn't choose to go there with my family either. So,
yeah. I went to New York with Eric, and we didn't get together on the plane. I went there by myself, but Mr. Calvin was like, "Are you there? How's everything going?" And I'm just like, like I'm all right traveling by myself as well. So I'm like on the same boat with you guys.
and
Okay.
and you know what? There's something really nice about flying by yourself when you have young kids. When you get to fly by yourself, like I got my Nintendo Switch, I've got a movie on the headrest, and I am set. I am just.
You don't have to share.
People come and bring me stuff. They're like, "Do you want some more water?" Yes, I do. I do want some more water. Bring me things. I'm not worried about everybody. I'm not trying to get somebody to go to the bathroom. I'm not worried about people spilling on me. Though my seatmate on the way to London did spill a beer in the seat in between us. I would have been pissed if that shit had landed in my lap. I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But
so I do want to ask you something about your experience in London.
Sure.
I know that they're a little bit more technically advanced than us here in the United States. Is it true that they have more methods of NFC payments than they do here?
Yes, it's all NFC payments.
Yeah. So using your Apple.
Everybody's just like, boom. It's either their phone or their touch card. And they're just like, pay, pay, pay. In every restaurant, they bring the point of sale to the table. Your credit card never goes out of your sight or your phone. Everything comes to your table and people just tap their shit on it and pay or tap their touch card. And you can use the same touch credit card for all of the public transportation too, and the cabs. So you just touch it and go. It was so easy. Even at Starbucks, when I pulled out my little Starbucks app, I'm like, can you scan my app? They're like, really? I was like, I don't have an NFC credit card. And you see that people keep their cards in their little wallets because NFC credit cards do have, you don't want anybody to be able to skim it from nearby because you are on public transportation a lot. But the payments were just so easy. It was so easy. But I love that their point of sale comes to the table. Nobody's taking your credit card off your table and walking away with it. They just every single
copying your credit card number or anything like that.
Nope, you're just tapping and paying when you're there. So
that sounds like a tech heaven.
It was really nice. I did see quite a lot of Apple products. A number of people asked me, I don't have them in at the moment because they're charging, but a number of people asked me how I liked my AirPod Pros. Everyone knew exactly what they were. Like
nice.
people on the train were like, how do you like the AirPod Pros? I was like, oh, they're great. So I had a lot of conversation, but people, especially transporting, traveling, a long day. People traveling on the train were on their phone. Everybody's on their phone.
Has there been any effect to your AirPods Pro because you dropped them? Good. It wasn't that long of a drop though.
I was mortified, and I'm like, be careful so they don't. I knew it was a potential. I knew it could happen. Yeah.
I like that you put in the thumbnail, I dropped with the small eye. Oh my God, funny.
It happened to me with one of the phone unboxings I did too, where I went to hold it up and the thing went. I was like, when will I get better at this?
Was it the cream one? I think it was the cream one, right?
Might have been.
The gold one.
I have not gotten better at it yet. I love doing them. I still think I'm terrible. And people are like, oh my God, your unboxings are hilarious. I'm like, great. That's just me.
You're perfect with taking off the plastic. Like the whole ASMR, and then at the end you do like a Zorro, you're like.
If I wasn't filming myself, I would still do that. True story. I still do it that way.
You're so honest. That's cool.
I would do it that way anyway because it makes me so happy.
Oh,
yeah. Apple should
toy joy. That's what I call it when I get something new.
Oh, it's total toy joy. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I was saying Apple should have people come in and volunteer to unbox stuff that's gonna go out on display. And
anybody but Emily.
I would film 2 hours of that and people would be so happy with it. Of just
She can do the plastic part, but she cannot hold the phone.
No, let me hold it.
She's breaking all the phones.
True. There is a part of me that's a little bummed that Apple is now getting their products to influencers early, because it's just like, it used to be so fun to like wait for everybody's Apple Day videos, and now everyone's getting them early. And I get that Apple's like, look, this is what's expected, and I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, wah.
Yeah, there's no more level playing field for Apple.
No, there's
exclusivity.
No, there's definitely the people who get invited and the people who get the early and the people who don't. I have never gotten an early release of anything, and that is fine.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, it's not. I am not a nonstop tech reviewer. I am an Apple fan who also likes to talk.
Yeah. So tell us about the AirPod Pros. How have they been treating you?
They've been really good. I should have grabbed them and brought them out here while we were talking, and I didn't even think about it. They are definitely bigger. Like, you can feel how much fuller they are in your ear. I think some people will love that and some people will hate that. So if you do not like a noise canceling in ear, they are definitely not for you. I found them less comfortable to sleep with on the plane because of how much they pushed into my ear when I was trying to get comfortable, where an over the ear headphone kind of just moves a little bit. I thought they'd be more comfortable to rest in than they were, but the noise canceling on the plane was pretty legit. Like, if you're okay with not a completely silent noise canceling, they were legit.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of people say that the noise canceling is really good on that one.
The noise canceling is problematic in that if my husband was like gardening with them on, he would never hear me saying anything. Like, there could be a murder in my house and he would never notice. So if you're working at a Starbucks, or if you're out and about and you just hate people and you don't want to hear their bullshit, it's great for that. If you put on the transparency mode, it like mics the outside sound into your ear. So if you have trouble hearing in crowded spaces, it would be a really good way to hear better in crowded spaces. So I enjoy that quite a lot. It kind of makes you feel like you're eavesdropping on people, because you can just put it on transparency mode and be like, I'm listening to music or all of your conversations.
Stalker mode.
Basically, I mean, it really does amplify the noise around you. And when you have them just set to off, it still has a little bit of a noise canceling, but they're fuller in the ear, so it does block out some sound. But that transparency mode mics it into your ear, and you're like,
What about the pinching feature? Have you gotten used to it? You have a pinch?
No, I'm still doing this on them. I still hit my ear all the time. I have not gotten used to pinching it at all. I
feel like that wasn't a broken thing. There weren't people complaining about doing that, so I don't know where they changed it.
The other ones have more of a mic here, so they can pull the ambient sound in. So I don't think they could put it up there where you would tap it. And then the stem is so much shorter that it really. I mean, I think that was the only way that was going to work, but I am just used to hitting my ear. And so I will probably wear these. Like, I wear them when I go to archery. I will probably still wear these when I go to archery because I like being able to just tap it.
Yeah.
So.
With my Galaxy Buds, I just go, ah. I don't have to like hit it directly. I don't have to point it. Ah. People are like, are you okay?
You're like, no, I'm fine. Seriously, I'm fine.
Like, skip. Backwards.
What I found myself doing when I wear the AirPod Pros more is using my watch to control things more. So I use my watch to control the music. What I do like is being able to control them more from the front of the phone and being able to pull it down and get into the settings. That I do really enjoy. So
you have access to the chat. You have a question.
I have a question.
Oh, you can't put.
I see it. Oh, how natural is the amplified noise? Is that the question we're talking about? Oh,
yeah.
Siri thinks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have just put it up there.
I earbuds, and now Siri thinks I'm talking. And now I can't.
Siri.
At all. So I'm just. Hopefully you can hear me. Yes.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. See,
Yeah, you're good.
I tapped and I've got them connected to the computer now. Siri thinks I'm talking. The amplified noise is literally like holding up a cone to your ear where you hear it better. So it's not robotic at all. It really is like what I imagine having a hearing aid would be. It literally just takes the outside noise and amplifies it into your ear. So there's a little mic facing out and it mics it into your ear. So you can hear well when you hit it to hear. So if you're on a plane and you want to be able to hear the announcements, you can just put it right on and hear everything.
Who has the alarm going off in the background?
Me, it's my freaking neighbor. I'm sorry.
I knew it was coming from somewhere.
It's me. Yesterday I was trying to record a podcast and nobody that lives near me has a dog and there was some dog going nuts. I came out of my office hot. I was ready to kill somebody's animal. I was like, come on. I have to get this done. I don't want to hear your barking ass in the background. Oh.
I don't know if you can hear the dog barking outside of my window, but I have my window open because the AC is not working. Okay, good job, Mike.
Yeah, she started talking about AC and I was like, AC?
With my freaking neighbors. Life in Southern California, friends. Everyone lives on top of each other.
Mm.
Yep. So
hopefully how is everything going with the weather there?
Hot, but good.
Yeah. No hot, but fires or anything like that?
Okay. Not at the moment, thank God. When I got back from London, most of the fires that had been problematic in the area were done, but it is just part of living in Southern California, really, that you get fires every year. We're seeing more. Normally they are further north. I've seen more fires in the last few years closer to where I live. So the smoke has been a much larger issue over the last few years. So
that must be hard to breathe.
It affects my youngest the most, but the kids hate it because they get kept inside at school. I mean, we don't have snow days, so our kids aren't used to not being able to do what they want to do because of weather. So getting kept inside because the air quality is really poor is it like throws me back to my 80s childhood when it was just like pollution and we got kept inside for air quality days because of pollution, not because of smoke, but now it's smoke. So it makes your car nasty. It gets in everything in the house, and then everything's all like gritty. But I'd rather be cleaning my house than have it burned down. So, so there's that. And we're getting a heat wave right now. So,
lucky y'all. She's complaining about air. You got a heat wave. We hit 50s for the first time this week. So.
That's gotta feel nice. So it feels like fall.
I could do 50.
I could do 50.
39. 50.
I said for the first time this week. The highs have been in 40s all this week. So
I could do 40. I really enjoyed the weather in London, but I don't mind the cold. I mind like butt ass freeze your eyelashes off cold, like when your snot hurts. That I can't stand. But nice and crisp when it kind of hurts a little.
Baby. I'm a Southern girl. I like it hot.
So
you're like oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And I was gonna say, aside from knowing that you were gonna be on the podcast with us, I thought about you because of your Tesla. My sister got a new car, and it's like a 2020. I forget what the name. I think it's the Honda Fit, but it has a thing where you can drive, and then it'll stay in the lane for you, and then you put it on cruise control, and it'll make sure it almost like a Tesla, but it doesn't stay out like that the whole time. It'll probably do it for like 3 minutes, and then it's like you need to hold the steering wheel. So I'm like, I can only imagine, Emily and her Tesla.
But with Tesla, it's the same because that's by law. The car doesn't need you to hold the steering wheel. The law says you have to hold the steering wheel. So you have to, every few minutes in the Tesla, it says, put pressure on the steering wheel, and you do put a little bit of pressure on it and it keeps going. The nice thing is it will navigate on autopilot.
It'll switch lanes, right? I've seen like time lapses of people driving their Tesla and them merging into other lanes and like getting to their destination. I'm like, future.
The future is very cool. But having like when I got my very first car that had the adaptive cruise control that would like not go ram into the thing in front of you, I was just like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened in a car, because it's on long drives to just be able to set the speed, get in the carpool lane and let it go is so brilliant. And now to not really have to steer, it just makes driving much more relaxing. But I will say, the Tesla sometimes does make me car sick in traffic, because she's got a bit of a heavy foot when she stops and starts in traffic. And there's it's like, oh, can we like smooth that out a little bit, girl? But it doesn't. So there are times that I'm like in traffic, I cannot have it on auto drive unless I'm eating Chick-fil-A and I need to dip. If you got a dip, you need both hands.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, but if it jerks you, then you're gonna wear the sauce. You know?
It's a mess, and it's always ranch, and it would be a mess. It would just be a mess.
Polynesian.
You like the Polynesian?
Somebody on Amazon is gonna.
Oh, I can drink Polynesian sauce.
Create a little stick that'll hold it for you.
Polynesian on everything.
I bet there is. I bet you could find something online that would make it easier to dip your Chick-fil-A while you're driving.
I'm sure
not
there's
buy
something.
a Tesla. I'm sure there is a way to do that, but
there's a Kickstarter for it right now.
I live in LA. I live in my car quite a lot. So there are times you just have to eat when you're driving. Maybe it's because I don't plan well, but I don't care. I like eating Chick-fil-A.
I'm not going to say much about that because I know Mr. Catwoman listens to these podcasts. I'm going to get myself in trouble.
Their French fries are good.
Yeah.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Anyway.
I'm excited for tomorrow because I want to know part 2 about the AV5. I actually did read your whole your blog about it. And I'm just like, it creates a mess.
I need to do a part 2 to the blog. And I just did another podcast interview about AB5. And for those of you who are like, what in the hell is she talking about? Go listen to the podcast. I'm not going to tell you what we're talking about. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to give you props for that. Look, I always tell people,
plug it in.
I'm not going to catch you up. No, California has a new independent contractor law. It's not the only state. It's also applicable in Connecticut and New Jersey and Massachusetts, and it is the ABC test for independent contractors. It really categorizes a lot of people as independent contractor, as employees that had been independent contractors. And in California, this really targets heavily Uber and Lyft. And so the news is calling it the Uber law or the Lyft law, and it really does tell Uber and Lyft that they have to make all the drivers employees, and the drivers are like, I don't want to be an employee, and Uber and Lyft are like, we don't want you to be an employee, because the drivers want to check in when they want to check out when they want to drive when they want. And every Uber I've gotten into since this started happening, I'm like, tell me what you think. And they're like, I don't want to be an employee. I don't want to have our schedule. Yeah. I don't want to have it limited when I can drive. What if, this person gets to drive on Thursday night in an area heavy with bars and get more rides and more tips, and I only get relegated to like 7 a.m. on a Tuesday? I want to drive where and when I want to drive. That is part of the beauty of driving with Uber. If you are an employee, there has to be work hours. There has to be set break hours. Uber's going to have to enforce those break hours and be like, no, you have to take time for lunch. No, you can't work more than this many hours a day. But if you're hustling and you're like, I want to work on a Saturday and I want to work for 15 hours, then do it. I have no idea. What is happening over there, Catwoman?
I was like, what is she doing?
I was trying to sneak it over.
That in on a live stream? What are you doing?
I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten.
She's like, stop talking about this, you're killing me.
It's a vegan pizza.
She's like, it's dinner time. It's happening.
It's so good.
She was over here like, oh.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody in the chat saw that. She was just like, okay, what are you doing?
They totally did. But so they're calling it the Uber law because it changes. But my immediate thought went to how many YouTubers live around me. So I live in the land of like Justine and Jenna Azaric and Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. They all live within like a 25-mile radius of where I live. So I know they all have camera operators. Most of them hire their friends to hold camera, depending on where they're. A lot of them work with editors that live either in or out of the state. And so those people are all now employees. So is Shane Dawson really going to now hire, Andrew Sawicki as an employee? Is he even an LLC to hire an employee? Does Andrew want to be in it? Like, there's all these questions I have about how this works for content creators, because the law wasn't made really with that in mind, with all these non-traditional types of jobs in mind, but it's trying to put a traditional work structure on non-traditional work. And that's where the problem for content creators comes in, because if you don't do it right, you can get fucked over pretty fast. And the fines are high. I know you were waiting for me to drop some curse words. I tried to not, but
we're not fine. You said you tried. You've been cussing the whole stream. What are you talking about?
Really? Yeah.
She's got selective cuss words. Like those aren't cuss words, even though they are. And these are real cuss words.
Yeah, F-bombs. F-bombs are the what trigger in my mind. Shit just flies out of my mouth. Like
literally.
Hence why you named your podcast.
So it's just really interesting to see how laws that are meant to structure traditional work affect non-traditional work. What's so interesting to me that I talk about a little bit in the podcast that's coming out tomorrow is that the multi-level marketing companies, the Direct Selling Association, actually lobbied to have direct sales exempt from AB5. So if you are in a multi-level marketing company, you are not recategorized. So we're clear.
Wow. But they couldn't do that for YouTubers? That's not fair.
No. Because YouTube's not recognized as a company with oversight, right? So each YouTuber is their own company and has to figure out how to hire employees or not. And if anybody works with somebody that lives in California, the law applies to you because the law applies to your independent contractor or employee. So that's what I've been dealing with. And California's got new privacy laws coming out, and Taylor Swift might not be able to perform her own music at the American Music Awards.
Why? Because that guy owns it?
That guy owns it.
And he doesn't want her to perform it?
Well, this guy, first of all, this is a grown-ass man named Scooter. Yeah. He still goes by the name Scooter. Fuck you, Scooter. Your name's Scooter. Yeah. You're a grown-ass adult. Yeah. So Scooter purchased her whole music catalog, and they are saying she can perform it live. However, the American Music Awards are also recorded and redistributed. So they are saying if she wants to perform it to be recorded and redistributed, she needs to give up her right to re-record copycat versions of her songs, which her contract for not being able to re-record her songs is done November 2020. So Taylor's plan is to just re-record all of her old shit and be like, screw it, I'm going to own my masters. I'll just re-record it all. So they're trying to get her to give up that right so she can perform it live. I imagine she's going to tell them to pound sand because she wants the right to re-record her entire music catalog. So it's going to be very interesting to see what goes down this weekend when Taylor Swift gets the Artist of the Decade, and to see if Kanye West interrupts her acceptance speech. Kanye, by the way, during that time was repped by Scooter Braun.
Oh, for real? Oh, dang, I didn't know that. Okay.
Emily, I need you to make it. I need you to make it and use my favorite cuss word. You know what my favorite cuss word is? I use it as a comma. Bitch.
You want to say it?
Oh, true. Yeah. I was like, but see, the problem is, bitch doesn't register as a curse word with me.
Yeah, I know. You have registered cuss words, yeah. Because, I mean, bitch goes on TV now, so it's... I see where you're coming in. You can use bitch. You can use it on TV.
Yep. So I see, why was it for sale in the first place? I'm assuming Joan is talking about Taylor's music. Her record label, Taylor's record label sold to Scooter. So Big Machine Music was purchased by Scooter, and the label owns the masters. Taylor still owns the publishing rights. I have a surprise podcast. It's not a surprise if I tell y'all, but I have a surprise podcast all about this coming out on Friday because it's some shit. And Taylor feels down by the man, and she feels like, I am a woman in this industry. I tried to own my records. She offered to purchase her masters. They wouldn't let her purchase her own music. And she feels handcuffed to a company she doesn't want to be associated with anymore. And I can only imagine how frustrating that would be. Like, imagine your boss is a dickhead and you want to quit your job, and they're like, yeah, you can't though, because even if you leave, go ahead and leave, we're still going to get paid on the shit that you do. Bye. Can you imagine?
Speaking of
isn't that
I'm off topic?
Go ahead.
Y'all talking about Kanye. Speaking of Kanye, have y'all seen the memes of Kim K in that suit?
No, what suit?
No, he doesn't want her dressing sexual anymore, so she has this big baggy suit on, and everybody is putting it everywhere. It's hilarious.
Jesus, yay, does not want his wife to look the way that she looked when they met.
And she's agreeing to it? I'm surprised that she's even agreeing to that.
There's a picture of her put in with the Celtics, like 90-something basketball team. It's that baggy. The suit is that baggy. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's been on their show a little bit, the tension between her and him over her, being too sexy. And I'm like, look, man, you can marry the hoe, but you can't, undo that. She's still in Playboy. She still has a porn on the internet with Ray J. Like, the hoe's still a hoe.
Yeah.
She might now be a mom, and you might now be Jesus Kanye, but she still has a hoe. She's still a hoe.
I'm just more surprised the fact that she's allowing herself to not be herself, because she is very, very
she's trying to do right for her
positive about herself.
Or this is really her, and all the super sexy stuff was what she was trying to do to get famous, and she really is.
Or her mom,
a homebody who wants to stay home and get fat.
Maybe that was
I'm great. Send Catwoman a picture of the suit. I'm
okay, thank you, because I was searching for it. I'm like, I couldn't find it. I don't know where it is.
So, you never know. But I think it's interesting that as she's going to law school, her look is definitely changing. As she's like at the White House meeting with the president to talk about prison reform, her looks have definitely changed a bit.
Where you want it, Catwoman? Messenger?
Oh, yeah.
She'll take it any way you got it. Sorry, I'm not supposed to make dirty jokes. I apologize to the chat for not following the rules.
I know, we're like, do as I say, not as I do.
I'm a rule breaker. Thank you, Tana, for saying that attorneys that curse rock. I really think I just need to start hashtagging F-bomb lawyer, because that's literally my life. So yeah, anyway, I want to know what the Swiss dress is. I don't know that.
So the whole Taylor thing, it reminds me of Prince. Well, didn't the same thing happen to him, and so he changed his name to a symbol?
It happened to Prince, but it also happened with the Beatles library. Do you remember when Michael Jackson bought all the Beatles masters, and Paul McCartney was fucking pissed? It's the same kind of thing. Who owns the masters owns the music. So oh my God, you are cracking yourself up right now.
They got her with the Kings of Comedy on this one. I'm dying over here.
She's like, come through internet. So yeah, no, her label would not sell her masters, and then Scooter Braun bought the label. Scooter Braun and Taylor have beef that goes way back, probably to when he was repping Kanye. And I feel bad. I really do feel bad for Taylor, but she also signed the record deal where they own the masters. So, but at 17 years old, what are you going to do? Are you not going to sign a record deal? She signed her record deal in 2006. So,
and it's not like her parents knew any better either. Like that's the standard.
Yes, and you can't even get discovered on YouTube in 2006. Like, that's not happening yet. So she didn't really have much of an option. I am dying waiting to see this photo right now.
Right here.
Oh, we can't make it bigger?
I don't see it.
No, it's as big as the screen. You should be moved over to the left.
I'm just getting a swirling loading icon.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop it and then try it again.
Yeah, because I didn't send there's a video of her walking in it and everything. Yeah.
Okay, do you see it now?
I don't, but maybe the chat does. I'll have to pick it up. Somebody sent it to me in chat.
I mean, I can screenshot it and crop it so we can make it bigger.
Can the chat see it? Because, that's what
I think Tana says he can see it.
Perfect.
Let me try one more time. Better?
Yep. That's fucking hilarious.
But why they gotta do her like that with the pants though? That's what I'm confused about.
I think
they're like really.
You can go to her regular, like the picture I sent you before. Like I sent you, like
I'm not.
The pants are big, but they're not that big. They just cropped her top on somebody's bottom. Yeah, that's not her bottom.
I was gonna say, like, she really wearing like that bag. Oh, I feel that's so sad.
I mean, I wonder if we're getting to the end of seeing the Kardashians everywhere. Maybe.
Is that a good thing or
no? They'll do something else to get in the limelight. That's good.
I think it's a good thing. I think what I don't want. Well, we'll see. We'll see if she becomes a lawyer. I'm gonna just. That's gonna be a conversation for another day.
She is a fashionista. Okay, she knows how to dress herself. That was definitely Kanye dressing her.
Kanye has been trying to dress her for a while.
He just put her in one of his suits.
That I watched the show because I watched the show. But when she was getting ready for the Met Gala in that dripping water dress, he was sitting there going, I don't want you wearing that. I don't want you wearing that. She's like, we've been working for months and you have no opinion. And now all of a sudden you don't want me wearing that? Seriously. It's not going to happen. So.
Yeah, I'm a strong believer in not changing people.
Oh, no.
You don't. I had somebody try to adjust the cuffs on my pants one time, and it was just like, that's the first and last day. Like, no. How about no? Don't touch my clothes.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Though I had to stop wearing cuffed pants after my heel caught in my cuff, and I fell on a defendant in court who was uncuffed waiting for trial. Like... Full on.
That's what a professional, like, these were jeans and they just happened to be behind the tongue of my shoe. That was like, you need to pull this over the front. Don't touch my clothes.
I had to uncuff. Anyway, I love Blue Ivy will take center stage. We'll see. We'll never hear from Blue Ivy, and Blue Ivy will live a quiet existence playing Pokemon with her siblings.
And Tana, there are some worse pictures. I just couldn't find them on the fly. I was looking at them hours ago, and I can't find them right now. When she was with the basketball team,
that's hilarious.
The Celtic stuff in the background, it looked like a legit picture. It was hilarious. Yeah.
Well, there were. It looked like there were shoulder pads and stuff there too. So it's not good at all.
It looked like there was just space for a whole nother person in there. Really.
Yep.
Right.
So, ladies, I have been dying to know what are our thoughts on the Razor Phone.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, but is the screen actually going to work being bent like that?
Yeah. I think it's going to work better than the Fold.
Yeah, I think it's better than the Fold. Because it has no crease. You're not
going to get the clack, though. You're not going to get the clack.
You can't go clack.
Yeah. That was the most satisfying phone. Like, I miss a good old, like, literal hang up on somebody. Like, there's something satisfying about, like, slamming down a phone receiver, clapping your phone shut. You can't, I mean, what do you do now? You just clapping my earbuds at you. Like, I don't, like.
I touch my screen a little bit harder, like,
Or you just yell clap and then you hang up. Clap!
Clack! It used to be so fun. I always wanted, and I know I've talked about this before, but I always wanted one of the slide phones. What were they?
They had so many of them. They drove me.
The sidekicks.
Oh yeah, the sidekick, yeah, where they like
that slid up, and then slid back down. I always wanted a sidekick because it was like click up, click down. God, I always wanted one of those phones. It like fun. I'm an adult. I could probably go buy myself one now, but
they can't connect to a network.
Get on eBay.
They probably can't connect to a network.
Well, just get on Wi-Fi.
By the way, do you still have AT&T?
No.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say, why did you say the?
Why do you wind me up? You know I don't have AT&T.
Oh yeah.
Right. She says keep the stream clean.
I'm
AT&T.
I'm pretty happy with Verizon.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. My biggest problem with AT&T is that they had the trade-in program to upgrade the phones, and they could not sort it out. And then it was my fault. And I spent hours and hours and hours and hours trying to fix it. I'm like, this isn't my fault. I followed your instructions. Y'all are retarded. I can't handle it. No offense to anyone who is actually retarded. Not how I meant it. I grew up in the 90s. I'm sorry.
I remember your videos and your rants.
Figure it out. So with Apple's program, it's pretty easy to just phone in box it in mail. Done. Trade in, done. So I know you guys always trade in.
Everything's working. Don't call them. Because if you call them, they'll mess it up. Don't call them.
Yeah, so our home internet is still with AT&T, and it's the worst. But it was the only one in the area, and I hate that they do that. That in our area there is one internet service provider. Like, how is that even legal? One option.
Yeah, right. I don't understand. And they didn't even have like those other ones like Boost or Metro around there, right? Just that.
No, one.
How could they allow that? There was something that you talked about with the Cloud Act.
Yep.
How basically governments are getting more access to our privacy stuff, but marketing people are getting less access to stuff. Like that doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Especially this is an international thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Simply Beth. Anyone heard about Sprint fixing any broken screens for $49? It was on the radio earlier. I didn't Google it.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, but it was only for a limited time. Like if you signed up for them with the promotion, then
those were those gotcha deals.
But if your phone's not broken, I mean, how many people are sitting around with a broken phone waiting for Sprint to run a deal? Not many, I wouldn't imagine.
What I can't imagine either is you just get Sprint just for that. Like, I was like, how badly do you treat your phone to like, yeah, I need that promotion.
And if you walk around with a broke phone, you probably don't care if it gets fixed anyway.
Also true. Because there are definitely two kinds of people on this. Like the ones who have all the spider veins on their phone and they're like, it still works. And the ones who are like, there's a scratch, it needs to be replaced.
When we talked about that last week,
Me. The fact that it's not brand new anymore, I start like having like heart palpitations. Like if it's got a little ding in it.
I have a chip on the edge of my screen protector right now. It's driving me nuts.
That would drive me crazy.
I got like at least 5 cracks on my screen protection. I don't care.
I love this phone.
Perfection.
And I would love to use it without a case, but I'm too afraid that it'll be not perfect. So case it is. Straight out.
Pretty pop socket.
Yep.
The blue pops.
Always in a case, even if it's clear. Yeah. Because I like to drop things on concrete.
Same. And I drop it when I play Pokemon. It's not even my kids anymore. It's just me at this point. And when I went back from the 10 to the bigger phone, I realized how much more I drop it when it's this size, but I like the screen better at this size. So I'm just,
Have you tried doing Pokemon Go with the thing that you put around your neck and your phone's in front of you? No. That might work good for you. I mean, you need to take the pop socket off, but
here's the thing.
Put a vertical. Okay, yeah.
Look, Catwoman loves that little thing. You were on. Weren't you on Wine Wednesday? I was gonna say, weren't you still with Wine Wednesday?
I was still on Wine Wednesday,
and she was just bouncing around with it. I was like, okay,
it's secure. It doesn't come off.
There are people in my Pokemon group that play with that, but it's because they're using multiple devices. So they'll have one mounted and one in their hand.
Wow. Wow. So going to be one that you can put over your neck and you can put 2 phones.
They've got like
work for you.
Shout out to 2 phones.
You got 2 hands. Why not?
So do they have like a lot of Pokemons with all those accounts? Are they doing it on one account or they have like 3 separate accounts?
Multiple accounts.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know
why people sell
Pokemon
Go accounts?
It does happen. Not as much anymore, but people do sell accounts.
And then now you're able to actually trade your Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's really fun. I actually have some region exclusives that I got because I traded with my friends in Europe. So that's one of the things I did when I was in London. I was like, I'll be back. We're doing Pokemon trades.
Oh my goodness. Were there raids?
Yeah, there were a couple raids. I didn't get to do any raids while I was there because we didn't have enough people. But I did trades and I got to go play with some of my friends. Yes, Big House. Pop.
I need to know if Big House uses a pop socket.
And what kind?
Yeah. And what is the color on the pop socket?
Look, my coworker had one, and he says, I don't care that it's pink. I just needed something for my phone. So he got the first one and he picked up and bought it.
Oh,
they have you seen the new spinner pop sockets? They're like fidget spinner pop sockets. My kid loves it. Yep. They spin the pop socket, and they now have pop socket now has like a strap that goes on your case, so you can put the pop socket on and it works over the Apple silicone cases because the pop socket won't stick to the Apple cases. So now they have like a little strap on that goes under the pop socket. So you strap it to the Apple case and then put the pop socket on it and it moves.
I can't use pop sockets. I do have a case with a string around it, so I like for this big phone here, big ass phone, I can wear it. So
that is something I keep needing for this phone because there are times
they make them for my phone.
I know. I just need this. I just need this. I just need it to have a little case. Vuitton makes one, but it's like $800. But it's so cute. I spend money irresponsibly sometimes, people, but I'm not doing that.
I had an emoji pop socket.
Black.
So these are the ones.
MC2 Tech Reviews wants to order his first import device.
Well, yes.
Goddess is your girl on that.
Oh, what you want? What you want?
What you need? What you have to have? Are you able to see the? I'm sharing my screen, Emily.
That's a lot on the screen. What are you looking for? Oh, you're talking about the one on the side.
The spinner, the pop socket spinner. I want to make sure I'm pulling up the right one.
Sorry. It's probably my internet being slow. I just can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Taylor, it's not a TV. It is a phone. It's just a big phone.
A television.
I mean, 7.2
inches.
It works. It works. Exactly. It works. It's big enough.
Okay, how about now? Are you able to see it now? No, it doesn't move you over? I don't know.
It moves me over, but I'll show you what I see. Here, look. In the reflection of my phone.
I want that phone, Mark. I want that phone.
All you see is darkness.
I see it just spinning.
That's whack.
Sorry.
Not your fault.
Sorry,
or maybe it is. I don't know. Tech woes.
Yes. So, what else have you guys been up to? How is the podcast going? It looks like it's going awesome.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
We have fun 2 days in a row a week. Like if the rest of the week is shitty, it doesn't matter because we've got Tuesday and Wednesday.
Exactly. Yeah. Wednesday, I miss Wednesdays. So when my kids change around, I will be popping in a little bit more if I can.
Oh, you definitely can.
I know.
You're always a VIP forever.
Do you remember when Kimmy and I would be like organizing articles for Wine Wednesday and stuff? We basically do that here.
I was gonna say that's what we do now. This is what this is. Yes.
Because you want it to be organized and structured, and it just isn't always that. So it's a perfect place to talk about the tech, to talk about your lives. You ladies are fascinating, and you have such great stories. So I think it's a perfect forum to chat and to share. And I really, the podcasting world is such an interesting space, and I really dig it.
Yeah.
So
I'll subscribe to your podcast.
Thank you. It was one of those things where as my business is growing, it's like, am I going to do more client work, or am I going to do more templated work through my shop? And if we're going to do it more through the shop, which is the goal, to work less, then content becomes the driver. Yes. And I love creating content, but it can be time consuming. So the podcast became one of those mediums of content that is less time consuming and can drive people into the shop if that's what they need, or just let me have conversations and talk a little bit of shit about law.
Absolutely. And you bring up a lot of interesting topics, like the vlog that you did about the woman with the wine made out of Pringles, like the wine. and then Walmart banned her. I was like,
Walmart banned the drunk woman, and then all these resellers on Etsy started reselling merch that's trademarked, essentially. And I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, they're gonna get in so much trouble.
Etsy is fixing to get shut down because there is so much improper merchandise sold through Etsy, more than any other platform. Just unlicensed Disney stuff, stuff trademark infringing, stuff that's copyright infringing. You go on and put in any band that you like, Dave Matthews Band, up for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. Just saying, you go put in a band and put like lyric and then a thing, and you will find lyric pillows and prints and artwork, and some of it's not derivative work.
Side note, you can find a lot of good import cases on Etsy.
I mean, I'm sure.
Custom too, yeah.
But I do notice that there's a lot of copyright stuff on Etsy. I was like, oh, they must have an agreement.
Apple Watch bands too. I didn't get this one there, but Apple Watch bands. Right, you can find lots of stuff.
And
I got my custom.
Fine. I don't mind buying Apple Watch bands not from Apple, because now the design is widely available, and if you can make it, you can make it. But it's
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, the knockoff. That said, I still bought family Disney cruise shirts that had our name on it with pirate.
Right.
I mean, you still gonna buy, it's there. Oh no, not Ipsy. It's Etsy. E-T.
I spelled it. I put it in the chat. Good.
Who doesn't know Etsy? Etsy too. But I guess Etsy tends to be more of a.
I might even spell it wrong. Hold on. Is the
no,
T
that's right.
the S?
Oh no, ETFY. Yeah.
Yeah, E-T.
Okay, I got you.
I think Etsy used to be just a handmade marketplace, and now it has become a much larger marketplace for all kinds of different stuff. So I don't know, it's an online marketplace for
handmade copyright stuff. Basically.
Yeah, I totally got my Tumblr, my Panthers Tumblr with my name on it, and our little slogans and stuff all over. Exactly. It glitters. It's pretty. Yeah.
And there's stuff on there like that people love. And it just is one of those things that it's like, I mean, everybody kind of looks the other way, but I'm waiting for some of the larger companies to have an issue. Disney in particular, because they do protect their licensing agreements. I mean, Disney will license its shit to anybody. You could buy, a Coach purse with Disney on it that's licensed. You could buy, you used to be able to buy LuLaRoe leggings that were licensed by Disney. You could buy, there's licenses in Torrid and Target, and Disney licenses pretty widely. So at some point, they're going to start cracking down on the unlicensed stuff. Speaking of Disney, do you guys have Disney Plus?
Yes. Yay! I watched Mandalorian. Oh, such a good show.
It's so good. Here's the thing with the Mandalorian. My kids don't understand why they can't watch it all.
Oh, yeah, there's some like gratuitous stuff on there. Like, not for kids.
Did you hear they've been breached already though? That was on our news the other day.
I didn't know that.
What?
6 days in, they've been breached. That was like yesterday or the day before. It was on our news.
Wait, what do you mean by breach?
People are going in. They will get into an account and change your password to where you can't even get in your account anymore.
Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh man,
I was talking to Tana about this the other day because they don't mind you password sharing right now. They put an article out. They said they're good on that. But,
well, me and Ms. McCowan, we have an account.
My kids are frustrated that it's not bingeable, that they're releasing the episodes weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Because my kids have never had to watch an episode week by week.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, we grew up with like, if you wanted to watch something, if you wanted to watch Beverly Hills 90210, your ass had to wait.
Yeah. Every week. One episode.
You wanted to see what happens on Survivor next Thursday? You sit your ass down on Thursday. You watch Survivor, you watch ER, and you figure it out. You want to watch Scandal? You sit down and watch episode by episode.
Yes.
My kids have been ruined, Tana. My kids ruined for knowing what it's like to wait for shows to come out. And then Disney releases Disney Plus with so much content, but The Mandalorian is so fucking good. And it is week by week. And even I'm a little like,
part of me's like,
Monday.
Where were these awesome writers when Return of the Jedi, right? Yeah, when that movie came out. The one that just came out a year ago.
The Last Jedi.
Yes.
The Last Jedi. Yeah, see, I can't even remember the title.
Favreau was still working with Marvel.
It's like, where were those writers? Oh man, it
I'm a
would have made the movie way better.
Mickey Mouse fanatic. I have Mickey Mouse tattooed on my back, so it's all about the classic stuff for me.
It's been so fun to watch the classics. I had gotten rid of all of my DVDs, thinking and not thinking that I would be able to just purchase them digitally as they came out of the vault, and then realized that Aladdin hadn't come out of the vault, and I didn't still have my DVD, and I was pissed. So the second thing we watched was OG Aladdin, which I just love. So we've been watching old school Disney, and I've been not as productive. I haven't even started playing Pokemon Sword and Shield because I've been watching Disney Plus. But if you guys in the chat are with Verizon, you get a year free. So
it's so funny because I have access to watching Catwoman eat this pizza in the background. Stop laughing and eat. But
she was like, I had to
I had to take a bite. No, go ahead and crush that whole slice because you ain't gonna just take a bite.
You're making me hungry.
But yeah, it's funny because she's making me hungry. But I've been doing intermittent fasting, and so one of my coworkers walked past me today. She's like, "You're losing weight." I said, "Slowly, but yes." And she says, "But you're losing. That's all that matters." And so I sit and look at her eat the pizza, but I'm just like, no, I got that compliment today. Compliments from women are 10 times more than compliments from men because there's no alternative, no ulterior motive. So,
there you go. Intermittent fasting is pretty great. So,
if you stick with
it, that is part of it.
So don't inhale the pizza, Catwoman. Take your time. Look, she's checking her teeth. She makes sure she'll come.
What is your fasting window?
I do anywhere between 20 and 16 hours. So like tomorrow will be, I'll do a 20 tonight because I stopped eating around noon today. So.
All right. Very nice, girl. Get it.
Yeah. And I actually started back working out this weekend too. So. Speed things up a little bit. But my coworker said, I'm so not. My coworker says, get a probiotic. And she says that helps it too. So.
Makes a big difference, probiotic. A big difference. Everybody in the chat's hungry now, Catwoman.
Sorry.
And they want to watch you eat your pizza.
I just had a small lunch.
Next time we'll do a separate stream that's not part of your podcast, and we'll just grab some drinks and grab some food and just we'll just catch up live on the internet.
Yeah,
I love this comment.
just involuntarily creepy.
Creepy was the guy I had sitting in front of me at lunch today, but that's a whole nother topic.
Well, because the AC I went to Home Depot on my lunch break, so I had to get something real quick.
I want to hear about creepy. I want to hear about creepy. The chat wants to hear about creepy.
Yes, tell us about.
Simply Beth. It's the truth.
Mine don't. I wish mine would shrink. Shoot.
Mine do.
Not by much.
Catwoman's like, I would take
not
it.
by much. They
I would
going
take
far.
it. Yeah, mine
They're
definitely do a bit.
Y'all still here? Yeah, we still here. No, you know how you sitting there eating. I eat lunch by myself, no problem. Like sitting here having my lunch, and these two guys come and sit in front of me. So you think two people sitting in front of one another, they're gonna talk to each other? Dude turns, puts his arm over the thing. I'm on the phone, and so I'm like, I guess he thought maybe I was talking to him because, like, now you can't really tell. I have Bluetooth in, so I'm talking, but it's nothing addressing old creepy white guy in front of me. So he turns and he's just like this. And I was like, could you get the fuck out of my mouth, please? Like, so
I'm
eventually,
not looking at you. I'm not talking to you.
You told him to
literally, I used those words. I said it, but I was talking to the person that was on the phone with me. I was like, I wish he would get the fuck out of my mouth. And so he sat like that until his food came. And then he turned back around.
No.
And talked to his friend. Like, that's what you need to be doing the whole time.
What?
Yes.
That's so weird, though. That's just odd behavior.
Right. I didn't say,
Definitely
hey, how you doing or nothing. Usually I do speak to strangers, but no, I was on the phone, so I had no reason to speak to him.
There are times that I just want my life to be quiet, and I don't want to talk to people when I'm out in public.
Yes.
But yeah, when I have my hair down, you can't tell. And so normally people look at me and I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah,
no. But if you're with somebody, if me and Catwoman are sitting together, I'm not going to turn around to look in the dude's mouth behind me, you know?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even if I'm by myself, I'm not staring down somebody who's talking on the phone. Now, if you are listening to your phone in public and you're watching Netflix with no earphones, I will turn around and stare your ass down and be like, what in the fuck are you doing?
Oh, you have your kid listening
civilized
to it.
society, people. We wear headphones. You do not sit like this at the doctor's office with your phone on 10 coming out the speaker.
Hey,
you have a ringtone, you better apologize.
I ended my lunch by sitting down, people watching, and a woman walks by and she says, yeah, that motherfucker get on my nerves. She looked at me, she says, hey, how you doing? Smiled and everything. And went back to cussing out.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
He's like, I'm still courteous.
Good stuff. So what are you excited about with new tech releases? Because we haven't gotten to chat about that for a while.
I didn't even get the Note 10 this year. I don't even want it.
You know how much Catwoman loves Samsung.
Yeah, like I'm with my Note 9 and I'm just chilling. Like I don't
Catwoman's not back.
No. And they're coming out with a Star Wars version of the Note 10 Plus. It's black and red. Where's the pink one? What happened? You can't hear me?
Where'd everything go?
Oh no! Tech woes!
Well, we still see you.
Yeah. I saw, okay. Something just changed on my screen. Oh, the chat disappeared. That's what happened.
Oh, really? You can make that
Sorry,
disappear?
chat. You disappeared on my end. I can't see you anymore.
So if I put something here, you can still see it though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Catwoman's a spinny...
Yeah, he got an earful. That's who I was on the phone with. He got an earful. I was just like,
Catwoman is a spinny black swirl.
Oh wow.
And I see you.
Yeah, mine does that sometimes. It'll say connection issue, and I'll turn my internet off and turn it back on. Sometimes it's StreamYards. It's not necessarily your connection.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna just pull up the chat on the YouTube, which is changing their terms of use, which I think is fine, but it's about time they complied with the Child Protection Act.
We're all getting put into a happy medium.
I told Catwoman, I believe the red is coming for Christmas and the pink for Valentine's Day.
If it's not pink, I'm not getting it.
There you go.
I know I can put a case over it. I don't care.
I gave you a case, a pretty pink pussy case.
No. It needs to be regular pink. Because sometimes I need to flex.
Catwoman had rules about this stream. Rules on rules.
So far, I'm the only one that's abided by it.
I like that she listed it as explicit tonight. Yep. It is going to be explicit.
Yeah.
Pussycat. Wait,
so Catwoman's back on your end. I can't see or hear her.
Oh man.
What are you talking about?
She can't.
Can you see Catwoman?
She can see you.
Can I see Catwoman? Yeah, I can see Catwoman. I can see all of y'all.
I can't see her or hear her. Okay, I'm gonna refresh.
She's still pretty.
I'm gonna refresh StreamYard real quick. If I disappear, I'll be right back.
Okay. That's fine. Tech whoa. Whoa.
I didn't want to eat the pizza too fast because it's gonna give me itis. And I gotta make mashed potatoes for work tomorrow. We're having Thanksgiving. Okay, she's in, but I don't see her.
I don't see her at all now. She's black.
Yeah. If nobody knew we were using StreamYard, they'd be like, "What? What you talking about? She black."
You can't see all three of us. It's only two of us on here.
Needs to.
He on delay.
Update. Yeah. StreamYard hates me. No. Let me see. Darkness. Yes, Tanner. Hashtag tech woes. Whoa.
You like my slippers?
They're cute. Yeah, they're bunnies. Bunnies that are sleeping.
They came from my snack shop site. They were $4. Yeah.
Wow, that's cheap. What size?
You know I got big feet. These are the extra larges. I think they're 10, 11, 12, whatever. I'm a true 10.5 in women's, but they're so hard to find. They only go whole size and stuff. 11s. 9.
So Samsung forsaken me. Now StreamYard forsakens me.
Reboot for us, please, and try again. Sometimes that works for me.
Like turning it off and on again?
Yeah, the whole computer.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? You used to watch that British show?
Which one?
It was like a black guy with curly hair. And then there was like an Irish guy with like wavy hair. And then they worked in an office. And then like the manager didn't know anything about tech, but she was managing the tech. They were called the IT guys.
Did I watch it while I was there? There she is.
Hey! Can you see the both of us? Can you see the both of us now?
I can. It feels good to be back. I restarted my VPN. I think it was blocking some of the traffic. So.
I'm pausing my camera.
With a VPN.
I mean, hey, I don't need people creeping.
I know I'm bad. I still haven't gotten a VPN.
I generally like it. However, it does sometimes I forget that it's on, and sometimes it does block traffic in a way that I don't need it to block traffic. You can't always watch Hulu with a VPN. I used it most on my phone when I was traveling in London because I was using public Wi-Fi for everything. And I do not want my phone open and exposed to public Wi-Fi. So I used it quite a lot when I was there and really, really enjoyed it. So
Michael Pepper got it right. The IT Crowd. That was the show.
I watched it. Did I watch it?
No, me. I watched it.
Oh, well, I thought you were saying I watched it.
They would answer the phone. They'd be like, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" And they just hang up on people.
You know, I love me a good English accent. I was like, oh, is it one of my shows? I love Luther.
Luther?
Mm-hmm. It's like a Idris Elba.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. But it was an old show, right?
Huh? Yeah, it's an old show. It's not new.
Yeah. So what were we talking about before we had the tech woes?
Before we had tech woes.
Before we had tech woes, well, it was probably my VPN. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I like my VPN.
I have a conspiracy theory about it. I don't believe they work.
VPNs?
No, you gotta get a hardwired one. I think those are the only ones that work. It's just there's just so many of them.
Okay, I've met the hour crown maximum here. All right.
Happy the head that wears the crown.
I mean, truth. The hair looks great. I love it.
I know it's been doing what it's supposed to do lately. I'm really shocked. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. We're on dry shampoo today, but it's been a busy.
I wash today. Usually a wash day, I don't have good hair day.
The guys in the chat are like, what is happening right now?
We just went real girly.
We have a rotation, gentlemen, and everything works with the rotation. Exercising has to work with the rotation. Personal and interpersonal time has to work with the rotation. Shower schedule works with the rotation. Everything has to work with the rotation, and it's all about keeping the hair doing what it's supposed to do.
The joys of being a mother. I was looking at her nail polish. I was like, she has all that going on. I don't even polish my nails.
It's
white. It's like an ombre, but with each different nail. That's so cool.
Gradient. I like it. It just felt, I mean, why not?
Mm-hmm. It matches your Apple Watch.
Thank you. I'm a nerd. It matches
I'm still on my 3. Still on Series 3.
You know,
ceramic doing?
Exactly. And that's the thing that was hard to switch over is I loved my ceramic, and buying a new one is so expensive. I'm just like,
I got a steal on mine, and I was just like, I'm going to hold on to it
forever. The battery on this is so much
better. Oh, yeah.
I throw it on the charger every night.
Mine's is every other day. I throw mine on the charger.
Yeah. My husband goes days, and then he's like, I don't know what happened. My watch just died. I'm like, no, I need to hit my streaks, and I will be pissed if I don't hit my streaks. I cannot let my watch die. I want to hit my streaks. I've got over 1,000 times hitting the move goal. I love those stupid little icons on my phone. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So,
what's the longest streak you've had?
For my move, it's something like 200 days. And then when I broke it, it was because I was sick, and I was like, shit.
Oh.
But I go months without breaking a move streak.
That's
months
awesome.
and months and months. I'm just gonna show you. I have awards going back to 2017. So there are quite a lot of them. And when I miss them, I am pissed. But the 1,000 move goal I just hit. So they just go and go.
You got me beat. My longest streak for fasting is 25 days. Like, if I go on vacation, I ain't fasting. Like, I'm going to do it myself.
I just want to hit my move streaks, and so I really keep an eye on my move streak. And then the longest move. Oh, sorry, no, my longest move streak is 198 days.
That's still impressive.
So I try really, really hard to at least get my minimal, but I also don't set my move streak to like 900 calories a day. I set it at 400 to 500.
Good. Let me go pull mine up.
Wow. I set it
only because I'll switch watches.
Exactly. And I don't. I'm ride or die. So, yeah.
I don't pay attention to mine. I'm like,
I'm happy when they go off, but I don't pay no attention. I've doubled my move goal to 107 times. Let's see.
That's good. 107.
So chat, who's got an Apple Watch? And who's just like, ladies, move on to something more interesting? Because I'm curious.
Apple Watches are interesting.
Apple Watches are great. I'm just wondering, I want to know who has one. Who's a nerd? Who's dirty?
Did I miss it?
What?
Have you posted a slow fee yet? Did I miss it? A slow fee?
A slow fee?
I haven't. What am I going to slow fee myself doing?
yelling at people to tell their dog to be quiet. Shut up!
I'm just going to start looking like my Memoji is really what's going to happen. I'm just going to be like,
yeah, you do look like your Memoji right now because you have your hair up and everything.
I made my Memoji to look like me, and my Memoji looks like me.
Yeah. I have a straight hair one and I have a curly hair one.
Because sometimes you're in a different mood.
I don't have my pink streaks. I have to take them out. I have to wait until I think like a year or so. No, probably 6 months, and then I can put them back in.
Why do you have to wait?
Pictures. I have to take important pictures.
Tell me. Government pictures. Very important.
So I don't want to mess it up, so then they'll be like,
right.
Not you. Where's your pink hair? I need it to be
that deep. Oh, ladies.
I once had that happen to me. I was going somewhere and then I didn't wait. And they didn't believe it was me on my ID. And I'm like, no, it really is me. See? And I smiled. And then they were like, oh, okay, yeah, we see the smile. My teeth saved me.
You're like, it's me. And now they won't let you smile in your picture.
Yeah, like passport pictures, you can't smile on those.
You're just like it's supposed to look like a mugshot. They're awful.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like, pull your hair back. Pull your hair back. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's not that serious.
They capture every beauty mark, Yeah,
and we're women. Like, my face is going to change. My weight is going to change. My eyebrows. Right. Well, no, they're good now. They're probably not going to change again, but they have changed. So
yeah, my license still says I'm 5'6" because that's when I took my driver's license test, and that's how tall I was.
Thanks, Art Dog. Yes, my emoji is me.
It's Memoji, not emoji.
Oh, stop it.
He's a Rams fan. Leave him alone.
Simply Beth, I have a video on my channel called Slow Will of My Son. I'm probably the only one who thinks it's adorable as I do, but I don't care. Yay!
Yeah, my kids have as I step right on you talking. No, my kids have really enjoyed playing with the front-facing camera quite a lot.
Oh, nice.
It's such a good camera in this phone. The front-facing camera is just...
The second I said I wasn't getting that phone, I see how great the camera is. I was like, okay, I'm still going to wait for the next one. I'm waiting for the next one. I'm waiting for the next one.
My Facebook profile pictures are all portrait mode on this phone. And I had professional business photos taken not that long ago, and I got them back. I'm like, I like the ones from my phone better.
I think that we took headshots at work, and I really think that like my Huawei is going to take better pictures than the professional headshots. And we sat there and started sweating and everything. Like, they took 50 million pictures. Like, turn this way, turn that way. It's like, next you're going to be standing on my head in here.
It's like, we need the angle, and you need to get that right. And if you don't get the angle right, I'm going to see all of this, and I don't want to see any of that.
I had to coach my coworker through hers, but she didn't help me with mine. I said, stop smiling so hard, because she had the lines here. When she would smile, the smile lines in her eyes. And she was like, thank God you were here. I was like, bitch, you didn't help me with mine. Like,
I hate it when people do that. They don't warn you when they're going to press the shutter button, and they don't tell you if like you need to move your blouse or get at an angle or something.
Yeah, you're showing all the boob and everything. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, or the shirt's like up like this. No, what we need is now just cameras with mirrors on them so we can adjust ourselves, because we're used to selfieing. So now we just need to be able to adjust ourselves.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because the cameraman ain't gonna do it for you, especially if it's a man.
Yeah, no, I have no trust. None at all. So I generally try to use female photographers, but still.
Well, these were free. So it's just like the guy comes in and says he's gonna shoot the whole office for free. So
why?
I guess advertisement, free advertisement. If he does a good job, then people are gonna be like, "Oh, he does great headshots." Yeah.
Imagine if he comes in with an iPhone.
Oh no, he had I told you we were frying in there. He had all the lights and everything. I was like, oh my God, I feel important today.
You're like doing the.
Then I saw the pictures and I was just like, ugh. He was like, yeah, I'll do some editing to them and stuff. I'm like, you shouldn't need editing. I'm not that ugly. Like.
Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. Why did it? Oh man, I suck today. I have not put out the link for the fundraiser. Oh my goodness. Let me get the link. I'm so sorry, you guys. So we like to do a fundraiser whenever we have a special guest. Today, the fundraiser is the Humane Society.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I just posted the link on there. It is also in the description. I know that I'm kind of announcing this late, but the goal is $100. If you feel like we've entertained you, since we're not monetized or anything like that, and you feel like giving something, give it to the Humane Society. They do a lot to help the animals. You know, I just recently got an animal myself, my little baby cat Anubis. He was a shelter kitty. And it's very, very important to help out those animals that are less fortunate. So posted the link on there, you guys.
I would like to say my phone was listening to you because I got an email that says I need to buy an Apple Card. I need to get an Apple Card right now because I'm going to give money to the Humane Society. And I can give it to Apple. I did get an email. I'm not lying. I literally got an email as soon as you start talking about fundraiser.
Oh my goodness, I'm so creeped out. That's so scary.
It happens. I was in my kitchen. Gosh, we had people over maybe 4th of July. And we were in the kitchen chatting. Alexa was not sorry. Shh. Not you. Cancel. A thing. The A thing.
See, and Tana, you thought it was only you. His Google Home and his Siri get him every live stream, every single one.
I'm trying not to say the A1. The A1 from Amazon was not activated. She was plugged in but not activated. And my friend came over and I was like, "What are you guys drinking?" And they're like, "Oh, we're drinking Waterloo and vodka." And I'm like, "What in the hell is a Waterloo?" They're like, "Oh, I don't know. You have it at Whole Foods." I'm like, "Oh, so it was like bougie LaCroix," which is essentially what it is. I started getting ads on Facebook for Waterloo. I started getting marketing in my Instagram about Waterloo. I started getting ads on Amazon about Waterloo. I was like, I have never, other than this conversation in my kitchen right now, heard of a goddamn Waterloo. Like, I know what White Claw is. I have never heard of a Waterloo because it's, you know, old white people shit. But I was so pissed when I started seeing all of the ads because the only way was through the A thing from Amazon. That was the only way.
Beth has a question for you, Emily.
What is my charity of choice? So I regularly give to the Front Row Foundation, which creates front row experiences for people battling terminal illnesses, and generally families who have someone battling terminal illnesses. So not just the person who is sick, but a memorable moment for their whole family, because I know the person who runs that charity. I also regularly give, there's a few victim charities through the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office that I also give to help with the victims of crime, because it is something I still give a shit about. And the victim funds in Los Angeles help cover funeral costs, help families get therapy and things like that. So those are my two. But the Humane Society is definitely up there. My rescue kitty is my little love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to cats, but
not allergic to Catwoman.
Not Catwoman, just cats. I will say, along with your Waterloo story, Facebook does the same thing. I had a conversation with someone about a girl I went to junior high school with. She was from Holland. Her name, well, I ain't gonna say her name because it'll pop up at the top of my timeline next time I log in, because that literally happened. Like, I had not seen her in my timeline in years. Somebody says, "Oh, when's the last time you saw her?" I hadn't seen her in a while. I opened up Facebook, first person on my timeline.
That's so creepy.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
But what was in your house that could have heard you?
My phone.
Yeah.
Your phone has it has permission to listen.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't. Well, no, that's not true. If you activate it with "Hey,"
yeah,
I'm talking about like the Facebook app or anything like that. It has access to your phone. You give it permission.
So creepy. Yeah, I don't actually have. I don't have the Amazon app on my phone anymore. I don't have the Facebook app on my phone anymore. The only social I have on my phone right now is Instagram, because I took Twitter off as well. And then I access the rest of them through my computer.
Instagram is Facebook.
I know, but I love Instagram and I won't give it up.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anybody to give up anything. No, but I always tell people it's one and the same. Yeah.
I don't have as many creepy experiences with Instagram as I do with Facebook. And Facebook, what's funny is if you talk smack on Facebook, your videos will disappear. Because I had a IGTV live and I was talking about something that changed on Facebook and I wasn't even really going in on it. And my IG live uploaded and then errored like 3 hours later and then wouldn't re-upload.
I hate buying on Amazon because I always keep getting ads for it on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, because it's all linked. Michael Pepper Tech Talk. I've tested this as well. I've had ads on Instagram pop up as well. Yeah.
I've been doing searches on different types of companies that do shirts, because unfortunately got rejected by Amazon merch. So
for our Tech Woes shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
They don't say why. They just say poof, be gone. They didn't say why.
Hey, y'all ain't special enough.
Yeah, so I was searching up different companies and now I keep getting ads for them. Redbubble, Zazzle. It's so annoying. Like, go away. I don't want you.
I like Printful. If you like Printful. But I also have a friend who does merch and will, if people buy it through her, she will design the merch and then she will ship it. She will make it on demand and then ship it if you don't want to buy stock or buy, all of the shirts if you want them made on demand. So I'll DM you her info.
What our issue has been the shipping cost.
Yeah.
I will DM you her info and you guys can chat because she handles that for companies all the time and just sends it out. When somebody orders, she creates it in the size and color and just out it goes.
Word. Thanks.
You need Tech Woes shirts.
Yeah. Especially since we already did the design and everything.
And I know people who want them. So
Printful also works.
I think you looked them up too, right?
Yeah, but Printful doesn't have an e-commerce, so you either have to put it on
Shopify
or Etsy. Etsy is the cheapest way to go.
Yep.
But they do charge you for like putting it on Etsy. And then,
I know, ain't that some shit?
Yeah. So, I've been looking at everything. I've been checking it all. I even go to like people's videos have like only 100 views, and I'm like, what you got to tell me about merch? Tell me, what's your secret? So, and we're very meticulous because we are mindful of people's pockets, and then we're also mindful of the quality and the size as well. We want people to have
absolutely
enough sizes. So, yeah. So, speaking of COPA that we were talking about before, what are your thoughts on COPA with the whole situation that's going on with YouTube? I know that earlier you said it's about time that they did something about it.
This is old stuff. This is old stuff that they have been non-compliant with. Websites have needed to be compliant with COPA for what, 9 years? 8-9 years? I don't know what sparked I'm sure there was an investigation, not an internal one, but I'm sure somebody tapped YouTube and was like, yo, you're not doing enough. Get it together. Because so much slips through the cracks, especially on YouTube Kids. There's so many complaints about the kind of shit that just pops through the cracks that's not appropriate for children. And I think there is a lot of content that targets kids on Instagram. So it just started raining. I'm sorry. The Californians like, what's falling on the sky?
Yay, water.
That's so weird. If it gets loud, I apologize.
We don't hear it. This is good. You got a good mic.
Thank you. I love this mic. So it's about time that they did it. And I think that it allows YouTube to pass the responsibility. If a channel identifies as, I don't make content for kids, and then somebody says, oh, this channel's content is targeting kids, YouTube will just say take it up with the creator because they told us that they don't do that. So I think it's a liability shifting measure for YouTube.
Yeah.
But
I just know that
it's not hard. They made it pretty easy.
It's going to put us in that weird medium where you don't want to be too clean that people think it's for kids. And then you don't want to be too vulgar that you're demonetized. Because there's this guy on YouTube, Kev on Stage. He also posts a lot of his stuff on Instagram.
I fucking love Kev on Stage.
Me too. But he had to get a new YouTube channel because
they wouldn't let him get comments anymore.
They wouldn't let. They think that he's targeting kids. And he's not. He just
they thought he was targeting, period. Like it was a targeting bully type thing. You know, anytime he picked fun at something, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they treated his channel like how they do channels that they think are children. And it's been like that for about 3 months, almost 4.
I didn't know
he's
that.
decided to make another channel.
Yeah, you can't make a comment on his channel.
Yep. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, and he was like still posting his videos on there, but then he just finally
Instagram and other places, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
like, I'm just gonna make another channel and so I'll subscribe, But it's sad that happened to him because he worked really hard and obviously there was some income that he was getting from YouTube because a lot of people follow him there. But it's not like he could like just bring everybody over. So.
No, you're definitely gonna have some churn, and he makes good content. Though he does make stuff that is controversial, but it's always funny. It's never hateful. It's funny controversial. But
it's funny who they choose to go in on like that,
Yeah.
They're very picky about who they go about going after.
They do seem to go after minority creators in a disproportionate way.
Logan Paul of the world.
Which is crazy, right? Jake Paul gets away with all the shit. And every video Easy puts up gets initially demonetized. It's just not a good look for YouTube.
Yeah, it isn't. But I'm also kind of worried about me kind of falling into the happy medium because I do tutorials for like beginners and my talking head is my Bitmoji. And so I can see where kids will probably be attracted to it, even though they don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, I'm going to have to decommission my Bitmoji. And
no, you're not. Don't do that. Tag your channel as not creating content targeted at kids and let it be.
Yeah, I did that. And I also did it for this channel too. I went in because there's a place where you could set it all.
Yeah, I did that too.
For both of the channels, like already. Yeah. But I feel like still...
my channel needs to be set to explicit.
But I told her she should just show her beautiful face. She has no reason to hide behind a Bitmoji or Memoji or any of them.
I have a very high imposter syndrome. I'm just gonna keep it real. I get in front of the camera, I know what I'm talking about, and when I get in front of the camera and I look at it, I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about.
But the more you do it, it's like standing up and talking in front of people. The more you do it.
I'd have a bunch of recordings of me talking in front of the computer. And
you talk to all of us.
That's what I told her.
I can lean on you guys. And I can lean on you guys. And it's natural where I could say, and whatever.
But that would be the ultimate solution to her problem is just to lose it altogether.
Yeah, I gotta put on my big girl panties.
Yes.
And just,
put on the granny panties and just pull them up over your boobs.
Well, I do feel like definitely I'm forced to decommission my Bitmoji and all that stuff and go that route.
I feel like we all are having to make adjustments of some sort, or everybody has to make some kind of adjustment.
Yeah, Al Gore doesn't get it right all the time. Well, most of the time. So.
Al Gore, you killing me.
I will always call that robot Al Gore forever.
Fair enough.
You just keep on dancing, Al Gore.
Because he's gonna find the rhythm.
I think that being on camera is not a bad thing. I find that YouTube, of all the places on social, especially creators of our size, audience, it's pretty easy to delete anything that's really hateful. YouTube's been really good about flagging comments that are terrible, and you just go for it. You know what you're talking about.
Catwoman dances with an umbrella hat on. I don't want to hear this.
I know.
That's things I don't do on social. So
I don't know. I put my phone in my mouth drunk on the internet, so I get to say nothing about anything.
We all did.
I don't know.
That stream will forever live on YouTube.
It lives in my memory. Someday it's gonna get gift, and it hasn't. I shouldn't talk about this.
Let's not speak things into existence.
I shouldn't invite the problem. Eventually there's just gonna be a gif of me sticking my phone in my mouth. But so far.
But it's a new way of measuring whether or not a phone is too wide. If it can fit in your mouth, it's not that wide. If it can't fit in your mouth, then it's wide.
And that one even I think is narrower. No?
Yeah, it is narrower.
It is. These are beefy. So
I'm jealous that you have a flat screen on your phone. I'm tired of his little bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm flat too.
Oh, but wait, I want to see the front of that, Kat. I want to see the front of that, Kimmy. Is that your case that's rainbow-rific, or is that the phone?
No, that's the screen. That's the screen.
It's so pretty. What'd you say?
And it has a lot of battery life, even though it has all that light thing going on.
It's 5,000 milliamp battery, yeah.
It's gorgeous. See, there are things that I'm just like, all of my reasons would be the pretty things. I would be like, I want mine to be so pretty.
It's so pretty.
So pretty. I know. But I agree with Michael Pepper that he's waiting to see another company step in as a major competitor to YouTube.
We've been waiting for that for years.
I mean, I feel like Twitch is making a go of it, but
I'm still trying to figure.
Not going to branch out.
Okay, because like I can follow certain people and other people I can't follow unless I pay money.
And that's on the creator, I think.
I get it.
Like their own version of Patreon.
Would like to say thank you to Tana Solit and Lori Merline for donating to the Humane Society. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it.
Yay!
So 30%, $30 so far donated. Our goal is just $100. So I don't think we've had that many, like a lot of people.
No, we've had like 20, 21. We've been in the 20s.
So the fact that we got 30 is awesome.
Well done.
Appreciate you, Tana. I'll keep on refreshing it.
Oh, you guys, I've got about 5 more minutes, and then I got to go make dinner for the Bambinos.
West Coast.
West Coast. I mean, which is always the problem with being on the West Coast is that it's early and there's like homework and food and, mom stuff. All the mom life stuff. But I love being here. So have either of you guys been tempted to get the AirPod Pros?
No, I'm enjoying my Powerbeat Pros. Yeah.
How do you like the sound on those?
I love it, and I love that I don't have to charge them as much as I had to charge my AirPods. So,
yeah, AirPods definitely need to be charged. If you use them, need to be charged at night if you use them for the full day, for sure.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not doing that. No.
I've done it. Like I had them. Here's the thing. I bought them through Walmart. Walmart had like 120-day return policy. So these came out in the meantime. It was either that or 90 days. These came out, so I returned them, took that money, and added $100 to it, and got these.
Perfect.
I didn't know their policy was like that, though. I was like, oh, I got to buy more electronics from Walmart. Yeah.
They're also doing 2-day shipping.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's why I buy so much from Costco. Their return policy is so damn good that you're like, if there's a problem, we'll take it back. Like even with food,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
These were half rotten. Take it back. I don't want to deal with it.
Prime Now. I love Prime Now too.
I got a new boom arm for my microphone today from Prime. Ooh. It's fantastic. I rearranged my desk and needed a longer mic arm because I like the way my mic sounds.
Oh yeah, your mic is awesome.
So, it's not super expensive. It's an ATR. It's not a crazy mic, but it is a great mic. So
do you just connect it to like the side of your table, and then
it's connected to the back. So it is connected to the back of my table, the back of my desk, and then when I'm done, I push it up and away, and it goes back behind my computer. So up and out of the way, which is a win for me.
And how are the kiddos doing?
They're good. I mean, they're big. Travis is in junior high. It's crazy. We're dealing with all the junior high school stuff.
Oh, I got a senior.
I can't believe you've got a senior. And it's like, we're almost halfway through the year. Like,
wow. Yes, and I get broker. The further it goes, I get broker.
I mean,
senior year is expensive.
True.
Man, senior pictures, cap and gowns. Yeah, you just name it.
Yep, it is. I don't know if I can.
Their senior trip is New York, and he doesn't want to go. He's so not me. He's not. He's my child, but he's not my child.
We did not do a senior trip like that.
We did Disney World when I was in junior high. We did DC.
No way.
Yeah. My senior trip, we didn't have one. But my middle school, we got School of the Year. National School of Excellence. We had the president's wife come to the school and everything when I was in junior high. But
no way.
Yeah.
I mean, I meeting presidents is great and all, but you said Disney World. We went to
Disney World. That was our ninth grade trip. Yeah.
We did not do big school trips. There were little school trips, and I always had practice. So it's like, oh, over spring break, you can go to France. It's like, I can't because I've got practice. I've got water polo. So I never did school
my
trips.
son is a senior. He's in the 12th grade. Not middle school, not 5th grade.
No,
He's a senior in high school.
Mine are the young ones. Hers is a senior in high school.
We're the same age. I started earlier.
I went to school for too long and put off actually living my life. So,
but do you understand their concept of keeping us in our rooms in junior high at Disney World? They put tape on the outside of our doors. If you sneak out at night, the tape will not be attached anymore. Yeah. I said, but you know the workaround. See me, I always think on the other side. If we sneak out tonight, we take everybody's tape off.
Right. And then they'll never know.
Yeah. What they gonna do? Punish everybody?
Right.
That's awesome.
I love that.
So they asked what mic you use.
Yeah, it's in my Amazon shop. So I just put it up there. It's the ATR something. So the Audio Technica, maybe 2500. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I put the link in the chat. So
perfect.
You've got it.
Just know if we're going to commit a crime or get in trouble, we all going down. If I'm going down, we all going down.
No. Not if you're with me. We all figuring it out. Someone else can go down. The three of us.
No, but I'm helping. I'm just saying, I'm helping everybody. I'm gonna help everybody out. We're gonna all go out and have fun. I'm taking everybody's tape off the door.
Makes perfect sense, by the way. It's like our dog was saying water polo is a brutal sport. It was a great sport. I loved playing water polo. So until I got injured.
I was a volleyball girl.
Shoulders, man, the shoulders. The water polo guys love the volleyball girls. I'll tell you what, especially in college.
We kept the football players. That's about what we kept. Because in college we wore the little underwear things, which I couldn't stand. Yeah, terrible. Like I'm playing in my drawers. This is nice. Not really.
They are. They're just underwear.
That's all they are.
That's all they are.
Nothing to the imagination there.
I mean,
thank God they didn't have DMs back then.
Oh, true story. True story.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She was saying her oldest, she doesn't get to see all the time. Yeah.
He's military, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have all of your links in the description to your podcast, to your site, to your Instagram. To
Thank you so much.
What are we having for dinner?
I have no idea. I think we might be having chicken and rice, but we'll see. My oldest isn't feeling well, so we're going to go figure it out. And now it's raining apparently, so we're going to go sort out what the heck's happening over here in California. But thank you, ladies, so much for having me on. I always love seeing both of your beautiful faces. Chat, I love seeing you too. I love seeing you guys. Your support for the podcast, everybody, is so very, very much appreciated. I want to break into the top 200 on iTunes for entrepreneurship. So that is my goal for the podcast.
We'll try to get you there.
Break onto the charts. So go ahead, subscribe, download, listen, don't, but subscribe. No, if you listen, I hope that you'll be entertained. It is a lot of me just talking shit about stuff that's happening in law and in the news and giving my spin on it. So if this entertains you, that hopefully will entertain you. And if you ever need anything, I know a number of people from chat from here and from Wine Wednesday have reached out on DM when they have stuff in their businesses. I'm always there for you guys. So reach out. I am now the Emily D. Baker all over social, including YouTube. And I had to get on the phone with YouTube and be like, look, man, you've got to let me change my channel name to because it's everywhere else. It's the Emily D. Baker. And YouTube hooked it up for me, and I was really appreciative. So I am now the Emily D. Baker everywhere on the internet. Because there's only
one. Can't wait to see your smiling face in the chat again or on the panel on Wired Wednesday.
Both. I will be back soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat, for having me. You guys have a great rest of your night. Thanks for coming. Good night, everybody.
Oh, I guess we have what? Well, we can wrap it up with an even 2 hours if anybody has questions or comments or just anything.
Yeah, I put the link on there as well to the Humane Society. I'm like,
Humane Society link is still floating. If anybody else wants to donate.
To a good cause, to helping the animals and farm animals too.
What's your favorite farm animal?
Oh, my favorite farm animal has to be a pig.
That's rough for me. I like miscellaneous farm animals. I have a friend that has a farm. She's a retired cop. And she named her chickens and allowed Camden to name one of her chickens, which he named Jemima. The white one. The white chicken named Jemima. Tell me my child doesn't have a sense of humor. And then she had a set of goats. I loved her goats. But I like goats. I like chickens. I like little chicks.
Yeah. I like cows. I like to see them run. There's videos where they chase balls, really big, balls. I don't know. I was trying to figure out a different name for balls. The ones that you pump air into, they're the beach balls, those kinds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen this. I've never seen cows chasing balls.
Yeah, they act like dogs. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
In honor of the Humane Society, I had the Beyond sausage. That's a plant-based sausage. From Dunkin' Donuts. But that's it. It's
Oh, I had I said fake chicken patties earlier this week. I mean, I do a lot of fake meat, and then I do real meat. So and then I'm more of a chicken person. I try to stay away from so much red meat.
My cauliflower.
I could totally be a pescatarian.
This is cauliflower crust. So
now vegans, that's a whole nother level right there.
I like vegetables.
I like vegetables too, but give me some bread.
Oh, I love bread. I have bread all the time.
Yeah, but a lot of the girl I work with, she's vegan. She don't do anything the milk comes from the cow. She ain't doing none of that stuff.
There's vegan bread.
Well, knock yourself out. I want real bread.
It's a seed bread. It has a bunch of it's whole grain seed, and it's still soft. It's not hard. It's not like gonna mess up the roof of your mouth like the Ezekiel bread does.
We still cussing? You're not gonna be fucking up my bread, okay?
It tastes good. It's nice and fluffy.
I'm with Oprah. I like bread. I like bread.
I know. I love bread too. Bread and potatoes. Speaking of potatoes,
the Hawaiian rolls. Oh my God.
Oh, so good. Yeah. I bought 2 bags of potatoes. I gotta cook them because tomorrow at work we're having Thanksgiving and I'm in charge.
We're having Thanksgiving too, and I'm not going.
Oh, you decided not to bring anything?
I've been there 18 years. There's not an event that they could have that I have not attended.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. I figure like, hey, why not? Oh, Sneed Mobile wants to know what bread isn't vegan. No, it's not vegan. A lot of times it's made with eggs, or milk. It depends on how the taste and the texture of it. There are some breads out there that
you can find some,
but a majority of them, in order for it to taste good, they add that stuff into it. Yeah, you always got to just turn over the label, and then at the bottom it'll say, wheat, soy, milk, eggs. Yeah.
Weird fun fact: my new teammate is pescatarian, but she has pet chickens and cats.
Oh, and they get along?
Isn't that like strange animals? Huh? Oh, I guess so. She has Chicken Little. She named them all, her chickens. And I was like, man, I bet you they'd be a great meal. Like the black side of me came out, and I was like, fried chicken, walking around the house.
Yeah, KFC is gonna be coming out with some plant-based chicken, and then the next couple of months. So we'll see how that goes. And then Burger King is getting sued because they make the Impossible Burger on the same grill that they do the beef. But that's why it's not called vegan. It's called plant-based. It's a plant patty.
Well, it's just like, okay, my brother doesn't eat pork. And I know a lot of people that don't eat pork.
Yep.
So we won't even do a half and half pizza because he didn't want a pizza that's had pork on that pizza whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it.
Yep.
If you're putting it on the same grill with meat, it's basically meat.
Yeah. But I think people are confusing vegan with plant-based. Plant-based is just, where it's cooked, it's whatever. But the main part of it is that it's plants. The vegan is more like the ethical side of it. It's not commingled.
Look, I can't stand tomatoes. So when I order something without tomatoes and they put tomatoes on it, when I have to pull it off and it has that tomato juice still on it, oh my God, that's disgusting. I love ketchup.
Yeah.
I love salsa. I love pico, but I just don't like tomatoes. So judge me all you want. I'm not eating tomatoes, but you can give me all the other things.
Yeah. My daughter was scolding me yesterday because I had a cucumber and tomato sandwich with seaweed. And she was like, ew, tomatoes. And I'm like, well, don't add tomatoes. You're not eating my food. What? Don't judge me.
Our experience at the McDonald's. I don't even eat McDonald's, and I eat McDonald's with y'all, but it was a pleasant experience.
See, there's a lot of people here that don't touch it.
Oh, I know a lot of people that don't. Look, I don't have a problem with what people don't eat. I don't force my thoughts on other people, and I don't want anybody forcing theirs on me. So, just like when we start talking about religion and everything else, I'm not going to force religion down your throat. Don't force yours down mine.
Yeah.
We can be cool.
Tanner's like so surprised about the Burger King.
Yeah, I didn't know about Burger King either. Look, I don't make bread, y'all. I just know that most.
Really? Why? What's the reason? Yeast? I think yeast is just a bacteria. Oh, Lauren Merline does not like pickles. Right now. Well,
listen, I got a funny pickle story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a funny. My nephew is just like Lori, hates pickles. So my brother forgot to order his burger without pickles. riding down the road. He said all of a sudden he feels something hit him in the back of the head. My nephew had took the pickles, hit him in the back of the head with him like, no pickles. No pickles, homie.
Wow.
He's a little old person, but sometimes you just can't help but laugh at him, but he's bad. Like,
yeah.
Flavored tomatoes?
Flavored tomatoes.
I still haven't had the flavored grapes. Like everybody eating these cotton candy grapes.
Oh yeah. It messes with my taste buds. I'm good.
Oh, you've had them?
Yeah, I've had the cotton candy one, and I like it for a while, and then I'm like, nah.
Oh, a fungus. Speaking of fungus, give me mushrooms all day long. Put mushrooms on my mushrooms. Let's saute them. Let's put them everywhere.
Yeah, fungus is fine then. It's vegan. It's well, not technically a plant, but it grows under a tree.
Ethan loves to come by on Wednesday and try to jump on the stream. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's talking about the yeast when he's talking about the fungus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Look.
Most common reason for avoiding yeast product is to reduce eliminate the system of something called candida. I remember that. Overgrowth, which can cause yeast in the mouth, gastrointestinal, urinary tract. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, where they have like the white spots in the mouth. The candida. Candida. I can't pronounce it that well.
Speaking of like yeast and yeast infections, my friend was talking about, we were on a girl show. You know how they've got all these different ways. Oh, you make your hair grow faster by putting different crap in your hair. Got a yeast infection in her head. Like, what? Yes, that is possible. Did not know that was possible until it happened.
Because it keeps your scalp moist, right?
I guess, but I haven't tried any of these use monostat on your head to make your hair grow type deals. It's all over YouTube though.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of when there was tutorials about baking soda to remove unwanted facial hair and people were getting skin burn. Oh my gosh. I was like, ooh, that hurts. And you can't be trying.
I don't eat okra at all. I see that in the chat. Nope. Okra.
Ooh, I love okra. I didn't like it when I was little, but then as I got older, I loved it. It was like,
oh. I'm that way about Brussels sprouts. Love Brussels sprouts. Give me Brussels sprouts, roasted, a little bit of butter. I'm good.
But I don't like it raw. Have you ever had Brussels sprouts raw? They're kind of spicy.
I eat raw cabbage. I don't know if Brussels sprouts is the same concept, but
what? Raw cabbage? That's spicy too.
I love raw cabbage, raw spinach. I like a lot of my vegetables raw, actually.
Yeah.
Snap peas, sugar snap peas. I like those raw too.
Yeah, I can't even have green beans raw. It tastes weird to me.
No, I ain't eating them raw.
Yeah.
No.
Pop them right in the microwave.
But I almost like, depending on who makes the cabbage, I almost like cabbage better raw.
Mm-hmm. I like cabbage like if it's in a salad. Not like with mayonnaise or anything like that. Just like
I don't like mayonnaise at all.
Yeah.
Don't put sandwich is dry.
I don't like coleslaw.
Mustard on it.
I think it tastes.
Oh, I love coleslaw.
Cabbage with mayonnaise.
Yeah, I know, but we use Miracle Whip.
Oh, okay. Oh, Miracle Whip is different for you. I feel like Miracle Whip and mayonnaise is the same.
But I still don't put Miracle Whip on a sandwich. Give me mine raw.
Yeah.
I mean, the bear sandwich, unless you put mustard on it.
Do you like Dijon mustard or regular mustard?
Regular. And you heard my favorite sauce is like Polynesian sweet and sour barbecue. I'm not a ranch person. I'm not the average. I'm black. Put ranch on it. No.
I don't like ranch either. Look, I don't even know what kind of sauce I like. Oh, maju ketchup is where you mix mayonnaise and ketchup. I like that kind of sauce.
The what?
Maju ketchup. It's mayonnaise and ketchup. You mix it together.
I thought she was like Machu Picchu. I was like, yeah, that's a restaurant. It's a Peruvian restaurant we have here named Machu Picchu. Yeah.
And that's a place in Peru.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but yeah. They have the best sangria there.
Yeah. Look at everybody here talking about their favorite vegetables. That's awesome.
Yeah, zucchini.
Society.
What is
Raw is slaw? Rice slaw?
Raw is slaw? Slaw is raw. You don't cook slaw.
No, yeah, it is.
Have you had zucchini bread?
Yes, I like it.
Wonderful. I don't like squash.
I used to not like zucchini, but I like zucchini now. I don't know what happened.
If it's prepared correctly, yes.
How can you prepare it wrong? It gets mushy?
Yes. You can mess anything up, Catwoman. So you can mess it up.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you per se, but a person can mess it up.
Kale is already messed up. I can't do kale. It's just overpowered.
Machu Picchu. Not Ma just beat you.
So we have come to our 2-hour mark.
Iconic comes in with Girly. Hey, Iconic. Bye, Iconic.
So for those who are here and supporting, thank you so much. We have $30 for the Humane Society. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna leave? Are we gonna? Yeah. Well, you can. It's gonna still be. We'll tweet it out if people want to donate later. Mm-hmm. And yes, when you hashtag, you should capitalize the emphasis on the word that's supposed to be each word.
Yes. all lower.
Stop yelling at us, Tana. Life is good, Sneed. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks everybody for stopping by. We enjoy y'all so much, and we hope to see y'all tomorrow
on Wired Wednesday.
On Wired Wednesday, formerly known as Wine Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I will not be drinking tomorrow. I don't think we have something to celebrate.
No. Well, we're not going to stream a Wired Wednesday next week.
We are. We're going to go on Tana's channel.
Yes, we're going to do it on Tana's channel, just not on Eric's channel.
So, yes, I'm drinking next week. I'm not drinking this week. I'm drinking next week.
I just have my kombucha, so my stomach will remain healthy while I get drunk. And don't forget to check out Emily. All of her links are on there to her social media, her website if you need some lawyer services for your online business, and then also her podcast. Make sure to subscribe to her, especially on iTunes, so that she can get up there and be in the top 200 entrepreneurs. Sorry, that was a lot of words. So we're going to shut this down because I really want to eat my cauliflower pizza.
We're not going to keep you from your pizza.
Yeah, please.
Look, it's almost my bedtime. I ain't trying to hold you hostage.
Thank you all for chilling with us. We're going to do a little bit better with interacting with the chat and everything. Sorry.
We will see y'all tomorrow if you go to Wild Wednesday, and next week if you're just coming back here.
All right. I'm Catwoman.
And I'm Gadget Goddess. And we are
your homegirls of tech.
Here on the Gadget Tats podcast. Peace.